students that have a great foundation in physics, that have taken the foundational physics classes as undergraduates or in a master's program, and that are interested in our areas of research in high energy physics, materials science, and space physics and astrophysics.
We have people that look at high energy physics, both from a theoretical and experimental standpoint. So people who go back and forth to CERN in Switzerland and run the high energy experiments there and trying to understand the basic fundamental particles of the universe and how the fundamental physical laws work together. We have an entire research program around dusty plasmas and trying to understand how plasmas and dusts aggregate together. Application there is pretty much for NASA as they're starting to stand up programs to colonize the moon. And then my own research area, we're interested in the electronic properties of materials. We're interested in how do we design materials, how do we create next generation electronics, how do we think about all of those elements you see on the periodic table, how do we put them all together in different ways to get new functionality and new physical processes that might be of interest to technological companies.
We're preparing students to go into jobs either in academia or industry. And so we have a very strong foundation in classwork, which lays the groundwork for theory, as well as learning skills in the lab and learning skills in data analysis and theory and simulation. So all of these skills, whether it's learning the foundational theory, learning how to write programs, model systems, these are the tools that you need to answer questions in any fields.
We're learning how to do new experiments, we're learning how to do new theory, and it's a lot of on-the-job training for students working in a research group and developing their research skills and developing their scientific skills, which will transfer to other problems in physics.
All of the students who entered the physics department program have tuition remission, and they also receive a stipend. So students that come in are on a teaching assistantship, and then students that are working with professors who have research grants can move on to a research assistantship.
We have a very close relationship in the department with our students. You'll have all of us in classes your first couple of years. We're a small enough department that we know all of the graduate students. It's not like you're in year one of a couple of hundred grad students. We're a much smaller department than that. We're a lot more hands-on than that.
I always envisioned that once they became graduate student, we're not really kind of like the teacher-student relationship anymore. It's more like collaborators. I view them as my collaborators. So science is driving us moving forward, and we work together. It's hard enough, and we are all interested in the project, and we do everything we can from all different perspectives to make this work.
We have in our research groups, I've got 3 students right now. There's 3 to 5 students in there, but you have a lot of access to your PI. You're meeting with them on a regular basis. They're coming down to the lab offering advice.
It's always felt like, they're focused on making sure you develop professionally, making sure you develop as an educator and as a researcher, and getting you to that next step where you're able to do both really good education and really good research.
With Baylor's strategic plan and entering into the Carnegie Research One category, we see a lot of opportunities ahead of us. We are adding new faculty members, we're expanding our research, we're expanding the size of our graduate program, and so we have lots of new opportunities that are on the horizon.